new series. I've been playing with this idea for a while that I really want to do a triathlon, which is a little crazy for me. But I've swam competitively before and I've been riding a bit lately, and it's kind of really getting me into wanting to do the 3 events together. But right now I haven't really worked out in months, pretty much. So this is basically me going from couch to triathlon, which is what the series is going to be called. And I'll be showing you guys what I'm eating, what I'm doing for training, how everything's going, and then up until the race. So I have 2 choices right now for races that I need to decide on, which is the first factor here. And it's basically either I can go to Penticton, which is in the Okanagan Valley, which is really hot. It's kind of like the desert of Canada. And do piss, yank. Okay, sorry, pup's going wild. All right, and do an Olympic triathlon, which is, let me see, it's a 1.5k swim followed by a 40k ride and then a 10k run. So my biggest issue with this is that it is a really small race and you only have 3 hours to do the bike and the run, which means that my run would have to get a lot better because it is my weak point because of my joints. So as long as I can train my joints enough in the next 9 weeks, I think, 'cause it's July 17th, then I should be fine to do it. Because my best time last year when I was having issues with getting distance in was, I think, 1 hour 25 for the run, for 10k run. So the ride I have no problem with. There's not that much elevation gain in it, so it's not going to be a really hard ride, and I can already do a 1.5k swim within the time that you have to do it. I think they give you an hour, and I'm pretty sure I can do it in 40 minutes or less, which is awesome. So yeah, so either that or they do have a sprint as well, which is a 750 meter swim and then a 20k ride and a 5k run. But I know I can do that. I know I can finish that for sure. So it's not going to be as much of a challenge as, let's say, doing the Olympic, but it's more the time frame that I have to train. So I just need to look into that and see. And then there is afterwards one that I'm definitely going to do. Mountain Equipment Co-op is putting on a triathlon in Langley, which is really close by to where I am, but it is a sprint, so I would be doing that more for time, to do it like under a certain time, which I am going to figure out. So today what I'm doing to get prepped for that is that I'm going to set up my training plan and put in probably about 2 or 3 swims a week and then 4 rides and 3 runs. And I'm starting small. I'm starting at, let's say, like 20 to 50k rides. I'll be doing probably the full swims, the 1.5ks to start, and then I'll be pushing more distance just to get used to it a bit more. And it'll be in a pool, so it won't be the same as in open water. I do need to find somewhere to train open water at least, 4 or 5 times to really get this done. And then for running, I'm going to start with 2 to 5k because it's more going to be about joint training for the runs than it is going to be about cardio, because my biking and my swimming will definitely be pushing my cardio a lot more. And then I'll probably try to get in at least some calisthenics, so some leg work and some core work to help out with all the other training. So this is probably one of the biggest things that I've tried to do, other than trying to attempt a half marathon last year. But again, because of my joint problems, it's hard to get up to that distance. But now with this, I know I can do 10K. I know I can run 10K. So I know my joints will be fine because swimming and biking won't affect my joints beforehand, which is awesome. But what do you guys think? Should I definitely commit to the Olympic and then see how I do? Or should I just try out for the sprint? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll take that into account. But I'll show you guys in a minute when I get back home. Once I'm done my training plan, I'll let you guys know exactly what it is. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I'm back home and I had a chance to look over a bunch of training plans and stuff like that, and it actually turns out that I don't have 9 weeks. I have 11 and a half weeks before. Is it 11 and a half? Or just over 11 weeks to July 17th for that triathlon. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna commit to the Olympic, although I might regret this, but whatever. Go big or go home, I guess. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing. It's just this 12-week plan set out. There's not really like a structure of like Monday's always a swim and stuff like that, but it's mostly the same for that. The only thing I have that's kind of weird for that is that everything's by time instead of by distance, which is totally fine for swims because I'm going to be in the pool anyways, so I just have to look at the clock basically for that. And then for the runs and stuff, because I'm going to be doing them outside, it's a bit more difficult. So I'm going to try to like use Strava to give me an idea of what a 30-minute run and like a 90-minute bike is. Oh, I have smoothie on my face. Sorry. Still there. So anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's gonna be great. I'm probably gonna be doing a bit more biking than what's on that, because I usually go for an evening ride with my partner. I meet him on his way back from work when he is riding. So technically speaking, I think it's between 6 to 10 hours a week that I'll be training, which is totally manageable with my schedule because it's pretty flexible. So that being said, let's hope I can make it in that 3 hours for the ride and the run, because that's really my biggest thing. So I'm going to be registering for that this week. I just need to figure out costs on how to, like, getting there and hotel and or camping or whatever, and it'll be right at the beginning of peach season, which is really awesome. So as for diet for this, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a mostly raw till 4 approach, so high carb, low fat, vegan. So it's kind of like a hybrid of raw till 4 and the starch solution. So I'm going to try to eat fruit for breakfast and lunch, and then a salad, because I like doing 4 meals a day. So I'll do fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, like early lunch, and then a late lunch, salad, and then I'll just have dinner. Usually with the starch, so like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, quinoa, whatever I have really, pasta, and go from there. I'm gonna be playing a bit with my calories to see, because it really depends how much I'm burning every day for what I'm doing, because I'm not really doing this for weight loss per se. I just want to get more fit and have a really good challenge for the summer to get to. And yes, so that's diet. And then I definitely want to be drinking at least 3 liters of water a day, so I'm going to be tracking all of that on my MyFitnessPal, and I am going to be getting a Garmin watch as soon as it comes out. It's the new Vivo Active with the heart rate on the wrist. It's technically out on April 29th, but it seems like a lot of places are getting it a little later than that here. So I'll be getting it at the beginning of, like, probably the first week of May, second week of May, depending when Mech gets it in. So I'll be going to do that. So that'll track everything for me, which will make it so much easier for me to plan my food and my exercise and all that stuff, because it does track a whole bunch of extra things. Like your heart rate all day means that it's going to be a lot more accurate with how many calories in, calories out I'm getting, which is not something I'm super concerned about, but I want to be making sure that I'm eating enough is more so the problem with that. So yeah, so it'll be water, 3 liters of water a day, probably around 22 to 2,500 calories a day on food. Again, it'll fluctuate depending on what I'm doing that day. And then training is 6 days a week, it seems. And I'm going to be shifting a bit with they have, because for me, Saturdays are going to have to be my easier days, because those are the days that I'm cooking for Purple Radish Kitchen all day. So I don't really have as much time on Saturdays. So if it's a short run or something, that's fine. And swims won't happen on Saturdays. They're only going to be during the week, because I have a pool that's open that has 50 meters. So that'll be so much better, and it'll be really early in the morning. It's between like 5:30 and 8 a.m. So I will try to bring you guys along for as much of it as I can. It's kind of hard to film the pool sessions unless there's someone with me, which there might happen sometimes, but most of the time I'll probably be going by myself. But definitely bring you along for rides and runs and stuff like that, and keep you guys updated. So what I'm planning to do is one food related video, like what I eat, what I'm eating during this, and then a fitness update every week. So those 2 videos, and then I'm going to try and get a recipe video up every week for you guys too, because that was really the original plan for this channel. But whatever, that's fine, things change. So I will see you guys next time. I'll probably do a what I eat on Wednesday. I will be out and about, so it'll be more of a, you know, what do you do when you're not always home, because I'm always home, except for the rare occasion. So I will see you guys in the next video, and if you'd like to follow my journey, just like and subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below if you guys have anything to say. Alright, bye!